the program I think I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the show was about 30 grand. So I threw that down like in one shot. I was sort of taking a leap. You know, I knew that real estate was what I wanted to do, so I threw it down.
Why is it that you were willing to spend $100,000 in like real estate education, right? And it's not like you just went and gave $100,000 one shot, right? I'm assuming you did this seminar, you went here, you tried this, you tried this, you tried this, right?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? And why should people really be doing that?
So one of the biggest eye-opening things that has happened since I've been going through this journey, and keep in mind, I've only been seriously investing a few years. It's not like I'm a seasoned vet, but I haven't been doing this for 10 years. I did my first training at the end of 2017 or something. You know what I mean? It's been a few years.
You started in 2017, but you are now on Yahoo Finance list for top 20 investors to watch.
Yeah.
So people, this is not rocket science, right? This guy's making major waves in the span of a few years, right?
Yeah.
So if you're willing to commit to something, you can definitely achieve this. But yeah, continue what you were saying.
100%, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. So what I did, so for the first one, the program I think I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the show was about 30 grand. So I threw that down like in one shot. I was sort of taking a leap. You know, I knew that real estate was what I wanted to do, so I threw it down. I went through that program, met some really good people, like good networking. I didn't do any deals with that program. Keep in mind, I still got a ton of value simply because I met some really good people. And a lot of my power team out west in Vancouver that I still use were connected to me through that network. So even though I didn't do deals with it, I wouldn't have changed a thing. So that was 30. I spent another few, and I'm making a point here. I spent another few grand on a few more seminars, 2,000, 3,000. I ended up signing up for Stefan's program. That program that I started with him was about 20,000. So between those programs, and this is before I'd ever really done deals. Like I'm just going in. I knew something was gonna stick eventually.
This is pre-deal making.
Pre-deal.
So before you even touched like a single real estate listing, you're already more deep into this than most people.
Yeah. And it was like, okay, well, I have to make this work or else it's probably going to be like, I'm going to go under soon because this was all going on credit cards too, keep in mind. So 20% interest loans, credit cards, unsecured. So 58,000 is what I ended up racking up like in the first couple.
Credit cards. Before you even did a deal.
Before. So then what ended up happening, the very first deal that I did with Stefan Arnio's program, the Bronze program, I ended up netting on, this is my very first real estate transaction. I netted 68,000 on that deal.
On your first deal.
First deal. And then I used it. So I paid off $60,000 worth of credit cards, like just in my first transaction. So, so to answer your question, so that is when the light bulb kind of went on. I said, okay, $20,000 just made me 68,000. That's a pretty good return on the investment. So how do I spend more money now to get more money in?